Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. This time we're going to be going through my team and also the alternates who I don't even want to look at. But we'll get there eventually. So starting with mine, we lost a couple more ranks this week. We're sitting just outside the top 1,000. Now we're 1,164 with a score of 1,035. It was okay. There's a few things that went wrong. We kind of missed out on a few of the big scores in the wing fullbacks. Obviously, had Dewey in there, but one of my trading targets in Lucy Leilua only got 37. There's a few different things that weren't perfect. Welch and Foggs not hitting their targets, playing Pap there. So there's a few different things, but we'll go through the squad and see where we're at. Sitting at 22 trades remaining. There's a lot of things that happened this week, and I kind of think, other than Pap, I avoided the majority of all the pain in terms of the chances of all the suspensions and stuff like that. I don't have a Tyrone Peachy, a Maguire, these types of guys. So really, there's not too much to complain, apart from the fact that I think I've only got. We'll go through my numbers in a second as to what I've got. What do we got? Brayley, Watson, Lucy for 3, Opchick 4, Dewey 5, Laurie 6. We got Alvaro 7, Foggs 8, Madison 9, hopefully. So sitting there with about 9, and then hopeful chances of Stefano, Spencer, and Simpkin, to possibly play him in round 13. So the goal is probably about 13 to 14 players, and if we can get that fairly comfortably, I think we'll score pretty well and not have to use a stupid amount of trades over the next few weeks. But in terms of differences from the People's squad, only really Lucy, bringing in Lucy and in him finally not playing 80 minutes was kind of a bit of a kick to the nuts. His scoring in this game was a little bit slow. There was a lot of points there, and he wasn't directly involved in any of it. So we can hope for a better game from him going forward. And he's someone that's done it now for a year and a half in terms of his scoring consistently. So hopefully that he goes back to that very, very shortly. Tommy with 34, so we'll cop that as like your base without needing any attacking stats. Joey Manu with 39, very similar, a couple of turnover tackles. Did his job, I suppose, for my centers there. When I could just paid up a little bit higher and got a Peachy, for example. These guys outperformed him, which is good. But heading down to the bottom, Adam Dewey still in only a couple of % of teams. Might be up now after the lockout. No, still 2.8. So scored really well in the centers, which is good, which probably means he stays there. Not exactly what we want, but is what it is. And if they're going to use him a fair bit and unlock his running game, as Madge would say, then keep that up. We're happy with his scoring from there. He's up over 700k now, which is good. Laurie with 30, Roger with 37. As I said, he might be someone that we have to worry a little bit about if he maintains that, moving to the wing there when Reece Walsh comes on. So that's that, but we'll see how we go. And he doesn't play 13, so we can kind of make that decision when we come to that. If he's still scoring well, we can keep him. If he's not, and you think this is a role that's going to continue happening, then possibly we can move him on if we've saved a couple of trades there. But Madison, bringing him in, got 55. We'll cop that for sure. He that's more than what he's priced at, which is good. Welshie with 43. He's someone else that we'll be playing Origin. I think he's very ripe to be moved on in the next few weeks if I get an opportunity. Depending on how I think Pap will be out, so I'll probably need to bring in at least one more decent player to field a really strong 17 and not play Alvaro, for example. And then Foggs there with 48. Again, happy with that in a team that got beat pretty bad. So he's not going to play the Panthers every week, and he can still score that. I'm really happy with that. And then Pap there with 8, Alvaro with 26. He lost me 20k on the weekend, which is not fun. And then we're hoping that the boys at the bottom there are actually going to play at some point in the next few weeks and help us out. So that's that. I'm happy with how the team's looking. I traded out for Feeder last week, obviously, which helped me bring in 2 keepers in a Lucy and a Madison. So team's looking pretty strong. Apart from that, it'd be nice to maybe have an upgrade of like a Walker. Obviously got Welch. If I can upgrade him to a Top Gun in like the Papali'i, the Reed Manes, these types of players out there will be cool. Because right now, other than Watson as a hooker cover, I don't have that, so it'd be cool to have 2 really strong hookers in there. Other than that, it's probably not too much else I want to talk about in this squad. We'll probably move on to our alternates here, and I don't even want to talk about it. Oh, that hurt. 13,000 I'm ranked now. Holy shit. Scored 810 this week, by the way. 810. No Cleary, obviously. Team was actually looking all right for the first part of the round. We had Moses, man. Avrillo's in there. You had Tedesco, which was good. And then it started getting bad from there with Pangai and Gamble. Traded them in this week as well as the as the people squad. Brian Toll getting 23, Peachy getting 27. I did have Curran score well yesterday, which is good, but then McCulloch with 31, Pap 8, and obviously not playing Walker there over the other guys because I wasn't sure if either of them were going to play and end up just leaving Walker on the emergencies instead of and played Pap over him. So yeah, it'll be interesting what we do in this next few weeks. Like, is it just too late to get Cleary? Do we just stop bothering talking about this side? Probably the way to go. But as I said, another really good lesson as to what can happen when you pick the alternates team. This is what could have been my team at the start of the year if I decided to go that way and pick some of the pod kind of guys. And it shows you the ridiculous amount of different points that you score. Like, I've got pretty much, I think it was 500 points less. Yeah, literally 500 points, 510 points less in the alternates team than I do in my team. So people are like at the start of the season, everyone's teams are the same. Well, not really. You might have 60-70% of the teams the same, and the rest of them aren't, and that's what makes up the big changes. That's why you come round 10, round 12, there's not many teams that are on the same points. Way less than there was back then, and everyone decides to go their own way, and everyone reacts really emotionally in their team and picks certain guys and whatever, and this is kind of the experiment with this team. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that, guys. Let me know what I should be doing this week with this team. Probably would be nice if I had Cleary, but that's just way too much money right now to even think about that, unless I'm going for feeder to him, which is probably not a bad trade, to be fair. We'll work it out as we go along. Still 22 trades. There's still a long way to go in the season, and this could be a good little story of like the claw back. See if we can really trade heavy through the Origin period, get a really good squad together, and kind of hold off towards the back end of the season in trades and kind of get lucky. I suppose that's probably the only strategy left with the alternates, is to go really, really hard and then hopefully get lucky with injuries and suspensions, which is probably unlikely with the way this year's going. But there you go, guys. That's the two teams there. I hope that really helped you guys with your sides. I hope you're enjoying this series of analysing the teams that we've got there, and it'll be interesting to sit back and go through some of the trades that we made over the first half of the season. I might do like a half season review coming into round 13 and see where we're at, the amount of trades we've made, and then kind of do a second part of the year review, obviously at the end there. So as I said, hope you enjoy that. Please do like and subscribe. I really appreciate all the love. We'll catch you in the next one, guys, when we start talking about some of the targets for the week and maybe some cash cows as well once the team lists are out there. So hope you enjoyed it again. Bye-bye.